Hi everybody, welcome back. I think it's been a while now since we put a video out, or any sort of video out, and we reckon it's probably 6 months that we did that, because the last video, without checking, was moving day. Since then, a lot of things have happened. Okay, that was 20th of November 2020, and we're now the 19th of April 21. A lot of stuff has happened in that 6 months. None of which at the time seemed worth filming. We've been locked down. Kids have been off school.
Yeah, homeschooling.
Homeschooling.
Same as everybody else.
Yeah, that went. Obviously, I wasn't involved too much with it, but it went, I think, pretty well.
Well, better than last time, because last time we only managed like 3 days or something daft.
In the first lockdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did at least 3 months of it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did the whole thing. Daisy and Ewan didn't seem to have as much, did they?
No. But today is the first day that all three of them have gone back to school full time.
So it's peace and quiet.
It's peace and quiet. We managed to tidy up a bit. And it's odd them not being here.
Yeah, it's really odd.
What else has happened? We had, well, you had Christmas here. I was away at work over Christmas.
But you didn't miss a huge amount because lockdown.
Yeah, we didn't have family here. We didn't have friends here. It's now just starting to ease off a bit. The lockdown and whatnot.
Yeah, we had Mum and Dad and Lou and Neil whatnot here on Saturday.
Yeah, so we had a first family get together after the travel restrictions eased here in Scotland.
That's the first time they'd seen the house since we moved here as well.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen them since then.
We haven't seen them for a long time. Your parents have seen the house from the outside because they did a cheeky drive down here, didn't they?
Yeah, when it was up for sale, not during lockdown.
Not in drop. It was actually before we bought the house.
Yeah.
Once they knew where it was and what we were looking at buying, they came and
that annoyed the people that used to live here.
Yeah.
It's alright. Their parents are allowed to do stuff like that. I expect we'd do the same thing when our kids grow up.
So yeah, nothing really much exciting has happened in the interim period.
Depends what you call exciting.
What do you mean?
Well, it just depends what you mean by exciting.
Well, you had an exciting hospital visit, didn't you?
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
So I got woken up, well now it's 8 weeks ago.
6 weeks. 6 weeks today.
6 weeks ago today, I got woken up at some silly o'clock in the morning with somebody not too far away basically screaming in pain. Long story short, about an hour later you were admitted to hospital, weren't you?
Yeah.
With severe stomach pain, or in that area anyway.
Yeah, it was stomach pain. It wasn't my stomach that was causing pain.
And what was your diagnosis at the time?
A very large ovarian cyst.
And we're talking large, like 3 kilos?
Watermelon size.
Yeah. So, I'm not a medical practitioner, but it scared the living daylights out of me.
And me. I thought I was dying that morning.
And if I'm honest, I actually thought you were, without all joking aside. So that was a Friday, and the following Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, 6 weeks today.
You had the operation.
Yeah.
And when I got that phone call, and it came up with Liz Reeves on my phone, I was quite relieved to actually hear your voice at the other end. So yeah, that I was definitely house husband for at least a week, if not. How long were you in there for? I can't remember.
Well, I was in the Friday, came home on the Wednesday, so it wasn't long.
Yeah, but then
obviously I've not been able to do much.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So it was. If anybody actually knows Liz, who's watching this, you'll know how active she can be, or how restless you can get.
I laughed at the doctors when they told me to take it easy.
Yeah. The first 2 weeks for me were the hardest. Not looking after the kids or looking after the house or anything like that, or doing the cooking and cleaning. It was the stopping Liz doing stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you're honest.
Yeah, probably.
But
I don't like sitting doing nothing.
Yeah. But now
and I felt bad that you were having to do everything, because it's my job to be doing everything.
So now
your job was being away, which obviously you've not been able to do that either. So.
Yeah. So You're just about back to full strength now, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're able to get on and do stuff if we
Yeah,
want to.
I don't think I'm going to be going for a run or anything like that anytime soon, but I can do most stuff.
Yeah. I don't even know if you want to go for a run
at
any point. But yeah, we thought after a length of time of not doing any videoing, certainly for this channel, we'd give it a bit of a film going around the house so you can all see where we now live.
Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to our lovely new house. I'm going to give you the tour, and Nick is probably going to put in some sarcastic comments on the way out.
Certainly will.
Okay, so open the door and we come into the porch, which is, actually you can probably see it's a really good space.
Dancing around
Dancing around, yes. It's ideal for taking shoes off, hanging coats up and not bringing muddy feet into the house. So this bit is the bit that's older to me because it's kind of, wow, you'll see. So come on in. So I'm hoping you can see our lovely stairs and landing. So I'm not really sure where's best to show you first. Should we go upstairs or downstairs?
I don't know, wherever.
Okay. Let's go into the living room.
Okay.
So you can see our living room. It's a great size. Not really sure what else to say about it. It's a living room.
Yeah, it's just a bit...
my lovely plants.
Yeah, it's just a nice big size, isn't it?
Pretty candles. And if Nick sort of pans round gently in a second.
View out the window.
Showing off whatever he's showing off. And you'll see the dining room. So I'm hoping that you're picking up everything that I'm saying because you seem to be wandering off.
Still got that thing down there, haven't we, Jack?
Yeah, and it's just showing off the mess, yep. Trying not to show off the mess. Chandelier as well, that was one of the things that's older to mine, the table. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
we bought that off the previous owners.
Yeah, but it's certainly a good size, isn't it? It's big enough for what we need.
And obviously that's an extending table, so you could push it out quite a way.
Yeah, I think it can seat
I don't know whether
eight
it's
or 10.
I don't know whether it's 8 or 10, but yeah.
There's 2 extensions to go in it.
Oh, well, it's probably 10 then, isn't
Yeah.
it? 8 with 1 and then 10 with 2 in.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the living room.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you a quick glimpse around the whole house. So this is our downstairs toilet, which is not very exciting. It is just a toilet.
Done.
And this is our snug.
So this is another thing that we thought would be beneficial because
We thought for the kids, didn't we? That
ultimately we can have another telly here.
And the kids can have their PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah, it's just another area.
And they can be in here making as much noise as they like. We can shut the door.
Yeah, I mean the sofa, the corner sofa as well, that came with the house as such because the owners said that it was very difficult to get a sofa in here of the right size. It was just difficult to get one.
Yeah, and it does fit the space perfectly.
So as soon as they said that, we were like, well, is it staying? Yeah.
My apologies if you see random odd bits of furniture around. There's a lamp that you've probably just seen in the background. Ta-da! Ta-da! I'm going to be upcycling it, so it's looking a bit past it just now, but it will get done. Hello, piggies! Some piggies! Can you see them? You can probably hear them even if you can't see them. Piggies! Yeah, there we go. They're hungry. Or they think they are, they're not really. So this is our kitchen, and then here there is another piece that I'm working on just now. It's going to go in our bedroom, which you'll understand when you see upstairs.
I'll tell you what, the colour in this camera makes it look worse than what it actually is.
Oh yes, it's very pink on the camera. It's meant to be plum. So you can see loads of space. Could swing a cat in here.
I could quite often swing 2 cats around in it. And a little snapshot outside.
You're not meant to be showing them outside yet.
Yeah, it's a good sized kitchen.
Loads.
Even though we have, I say people have managed to fill the kitchen while cooking and complain that it's not big enough. So
Well, it's not that it's not big enough. I think when we originally moved in, we thought that the cupboards were bigger because in the old house, the cupboards, the top cupboards were full width, weren't they?
Deeper, yeah,
But they
yeah.
were deeper. And I think that's all it is. But it's fine, it's plenty big enough. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll go upstairs before we come back down and go that way.
Yep. So you might have noticed we've got a door to nowhere.
Yeah. Magic door.
So basically, what we had before, or what? No, not what we had, but what was here in the design was this door went through the dining room, and it still does. It can open because what they had was up here. This was a wall, so it was a totally separate dining room. But the previous owners actually took this wall out to make it more open plan, which I think really works. But it means that that door to nowhere comes around here. We don't need it, so it's just a door to nowhere. We use up the space with shoes and other stuff. And there's actually another door to nowhere which we'll come to shortly.
Right.
I'll try not to film your bum.
Yeah, please don't. Really should take
I'll film your
the
feet.
sandals off first. No, don't film my feet. I've got spots and handles on.
So one thing that Liz has done is we've created a bookshelf around here. This is like the landing.
Yeah, we need to create.
So we need to get more books into here. We have got more books, plenty of books, yeah. So coming up to the landing, we've actually, the ceilings downstairs are quite high, and you can notice it because we've got a second step up, or 2 steps up. So they're probably about a foot taller than what they should be, the ceilings.
What to do is let's walk over there, and then we can see.
Yeah. So we've got boiler cupboard there and cupboard there.
We're just going to walk here first, let you see the landing area, and then I'll show you the bedrooms.
And again, another sneak peek to the back door.
And Nick's rubbish in the corner.
Yeah, my rubbish.
It is your rubbish.
Yes, it's my paperwork.
Right, so show off Hayley's room. Hayley's room's the smallest room. And unfortunately for Hayley, because she's that bit younger, she's still got a lot of quite big toys. So it doesn't seem as spacious as it is. But those of you that know us, this room's actually bigger than the smallest room in the old house. So, yeah.
But it's certainly big enough for Hayley.
Yeah, and she's got more room in here than she ever did in the old house.
She's got a cupboard in there.
Yep.
Plus all her stuff and whatnot.
Her rubbish. Okay, so we'll go round and she's next door to our room. Which is in here. And now hopefully you can see why I'm painting cupboard plum. It's going to go in that corner there.
Yeah, it's going to go in this corner here. So this is just doorway coming in. It's a bit of a nondescript space, isn't it? You couldn't really do much with it, but we thought a corner unit in there.
Yeah, and especially the glass back and put ornaments or whatever in there.
Yeah.
Good, I think.
We picked it up for what, 20, 30 quid or something?
30, I think.
So for a bit of TLC. And something else that we've got in this bedroom is that view. Now, yeah, we've got some houses in front of us, but beyond that, it's basically, I think, what you call rolling countryside.
Rolling hills.
Rolling hills, yeah. You can't really see much like that out the back of the house because there's quite a slope behind us.
I don't know if you want to show into our little ensuite.
So, hello. That's one cupboard, 2 cupboard, 3 cupboard behind Liz. But in here, we've got actually ensuite shower room, just like that. Was that you as well? Me and you. Hello. Mirrors everywhere in this house. The previous,
us, I think.
The previous occupants did have a. Well, I think she had a thing with mirrors, didn't she?
But also, they were an entertainment company, weren't they? They did impressions and all sorts of stuff.
If I'm honest, they like looking at themselves.
But don't be so rude.
No, in the sense of they wanted to make sure they did the right thing in their entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They wanted to look nice. That's not a bad thing. Okay. In here we have the main bathroom. Again, plenty of space. Big bath, shower over the bath. Another big mirror.
Well, it's a mirror wall, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Plus one there.
Mirrors everywhere, as you say. They
Yeah.
were all left by the previous owners. Right, now we're going to take you into the messiest room of the house. Daisies. So she's got a big room. She's got the second ensuite room.
Yeah, so she's got an ensuite just in here. I'm not actually going to open that door.
No, I haven't looked in there, to be honest, this morning. So,
But she's got an ensuite the same as ours. Maybe a little bit smaller, but it's still a shower room and whatnot. See, to be honest, this is actually tidy just now. Because you can see.
Because I nipped up and picked up the stuff that was on the floor.
But it's not just that, we can see the floor.
Yeah, well, all that was on the floor.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So, yeah, terror. So this one's Ewan's room. It's the second smallest, but this is a small double bed, so there's still plenty of room in here. He's got a desk in here that he didn't have in his previous room. Plenty of space for Ewan. And of course the obligatory planes.
So he's got a built-in wardrobe as well.
Yeah, that's actually really big, but
Yeah.
I'm not opening it up just now. Right. So, we're going to take a wee wander downstairs and go out the back door. Back down the stairs, I'll try not to fall in these sandals. Really should have taken them off. And just slip them on so that I can take you outside. Okay, so we're going through here now. This is our utility room. Washing machine, tumble dryer,
So-
etc.
Just before we go out, what I will say, this utility room, see if I can get in shot. When we came to view the house, we thought this would be brilliant because we can get a washing machine in there and tumble dryer in here. Somebody, in their infinite wisdom, didn't measure up properly when they built this. These two units under the sink are about an inch, maybe inch and a half, too far to the left, which means we get massive gap around the washing machine and not enough space at this end to get a tumble dryer in. Hence why tumble dryer sat there just now, and we've got a little freezer in here.
It's fine because it still all fits.
Oh yeah, it all fits. Yeah, it's just an annoyance that somebody didn't think. What they've done, again, I don't know if I'll be able to show you. They've taken the measurement from the wall of 600 from the wall to there. But then you've got this, what do you call that bit?
The door frame.
The door frame, skirting, etc. Which means you've lost that inch there. Plus it's short anyway, so you can't actually fit anything in there.
That's
And
not
that-
an inch.
That's the gap it should have
Yeah.
at the other end.
Or
So-
half of that probably.
Yeah, half of that at the other end would have been magic. Which means then we could have got everything in neat and tidy and had that space there for well,
Freezer probably.
more junk, yeah.
Right, so we're going to go outside.
There's a second door to nowhere.
It's not to nowhere, it goes to the dining room.
Yeah, so it
and
goes-
This is a cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah, it goes to the dining room, but we don't ever go through there. It's just, there's no need to go through there. Oh, look at that, the sun's coming out for us.
This is my favourite place. You just need to be quiet, you'll hear the birds.
That was a bird of prey.
A few of them in it.
Yeah, well, we saw red kites the other day. That's a crow. So, our garden goes from, this is our garage here. We've got separating fence there, this fence line, all the way along,
You'll need to go
behind
around
these
the corner, I
trees,
think.
to a corner that's sort of behind there, and then comes back down the hill again, all the way along.
Around the corner to my washing line that is in the perfect spot because it's a bit of a sun trap, so the water
Yeah,
dries really quickly.
It doesn't look like a sun trap just now, but what's the time just now? I don't know what the time is. It's not, I don't think it's 11 o'clock yet.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, it's 10 past.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That gets sun most of the day anyway.
Yeah,
And I think during the summer when the sun's higher as well, it'll get even more.
yeah. So it's hard to see the slope, but if imagine those fence slats are vertical, so that's the sort of slope we're dealing with there. The one thing that the previous owners did say was that there's a lot of runoff water.
Well, you can see all the drainage.
Yeah, there's lots of drainage being put in on where we're standing, but also behind that wall, retaining wall, they've put a lot of drainage in there and it's all been plumbed in properly, but there's still a lot of moisture coming through the wall. We'll go over there in a second, but that area between the garage and the wall, we're going to be building a shed in there. I think that's going to be the royal we. But yeah, it's a nice usable garden, isn't it? And there's lots of things that...
So many things that we want to do, isn't there?
Yeah, and there's so many things that we haven't seen yet, as in like we don't know what's actually planted here. You know, we don't. Some of the plants that are in here, we don't actually know what they are.
Yeah, they haven't come up yet as well. You can see that there's some green shoots coming up probably.
Yeah, but certainly these fir trees, conifers, whatever they are, will be coming out. We've already made a start on them because I can't stand them.
But we're not taking any more out just now because it's the time of year there's probably birds nesting and stuff in them, and obviously we don't want to disturb them.
So that's going to be done later on in the year. I mean, daft things that we don't just want to take the trees out. We want to put trees back in, but nicer things.
Like fruit trees or something.
Yeah, we're talking about putting fruit trees in. I don't know what fruit trees.
No.
I mean, one of the things that we have done, we have put. What have we put in the front? We've put
red currants and black currants.
Red currant and black currant bushes in the front of the house, just to see how they take. Because one of the problems we've got, you might have spied it very early on in the video. Delivery people park like to the left of the front door and walk straight across the garden.
I don't think we'd have seen that. We maybe need to take them around the front and see what we mean.
No, I meant the sign in the window.
Oh right, okay.
So they walk straight across the grass. Not all of them. Some of them are respectful, shall we say, but others are just lazy. So what we want to try and do is create like a living fence.
A hedge.
To try and prevent people doing that, and make it like a double-edged sword where it's serving to stop people going across the grass, but also can give us some fruit at the right time of year. So yeah, let's take you around here.
Can you hear the birds? There's so many of them.
I can hear them, yeah. Yeah, we get all sorts of birds here. You saw a jay the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, I've never seen a jay before in real life. I've seen them on TV.
Lots of chaffinches and all sorts. So this is the view from the side gate. So you're actually sitting on the side gate just now. Got the garage just to here. Don't need to go into that. If you want to see what's in there, look at the other channel. This area here, this is one of my bugbears. This lot of slabbing is fairly solid, although it's uneven, it's solid. This area...
Tell me you've got to bounce on one of them.
Yeah, that one there, that's cracked.
You can't see it because it's dry.
Yeah.
But they do move.
All of them move because this whole area is so soft when it's raining. Might even be this one. Yeah, it's this one.
There's one over here as well, I think, does it?
Yeah, so, but you probably can't pick it up on camera, but it's all uneven as well. I'll get down really low, you might be able to see. But anyway, the plan is to build a shed in here to utilise this space. It's a bit of a dead area.
Most of the junk that's here is stuff that was left.
Yeah, the ladders are ours.
Yeah.
But all of this, and the buckets are ours, we brought them, but the actual junk that's laying around. So this area, yeah, this area is, I've worked out I can build a shed in here that is 2.2 metres wide by about 5 metres long, just to maximise the use of the space, because it's just dead space just now, isn't it?
Yeah. You can see from here what you were saying about the wall.
Yeah.
You said about the...
So there is, we've been told there's holy pipe drainage behind this wall. But you can still see the moisture that's, I mean, it hasn't rained for what, 4 days now?
Yeah, we had a shower yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, but nothing serious. But you can still see the moisture leaching out. So this area is always going to be damp. So as I said, the plan is to put a concrete slab down and put a shed on top, just to utilise the space. And you can probably see some of the leaves that are still left. Yeah, all the trees up here are just starting to come into leaf just now.
You can maybe just about see the green shoots coming through. I can, but I don't know whether you catch it on the camera.
But yeah, it's going to be a nice area once we
already is.
Yeah, once we've lived with it for a little while to see what it all is. We know there's a. Again, I don't know how well you'll be able to pick up on camera, but on that fence there's a honeysuckle, which has started to shoot. There's a couple of weeping willows. There's a couple of what I think are rhodies or camellias.
I think they're rhodies, to be honest.
We've got this rose here that seems to be doing well, apart from the big dandelion in the bottom of it. But yeah, there's another clematis growing up there.
Yeah, well, a lot of things we're just kind of waiting to see what happens, aren't we? Really, we need to wait almost a year.
Yeah.
So that we can see what everything is. We're going to tidy it up. But yeah, and I think I want up there. I want to cut some of the bushes so that you can see what bushes are what, because I think there's like 4 different bushes up there.
Yeah.
So I'd quite like to separate them all out, I think.
Just see what there is.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, there's lots of things coming up that we don't actually know what they are.
Yeah, I think they're going to be the grassy type stuff that we had at the old
house.
house.
I've just seen there's more coming up there.
Yeah, there's loads of it. There's like clumps of it everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be like that grassy stuff with the orange flowers.
But we just have to wait and see what it does. So yeah, that's. I think we've done the whole property now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think so. You haven't obviously done the garage, but people can see
Yeah,
that in your other videos.
Yeah,
and probably the people that are watching this aren't that interested in that anyway.
No, I'll keep that totally separate. But if you want to go looking at it, put a comment below and I'll stick a link to the channel. So yeah, that's our newish house.
Our new home.
Our new home, yeah. We've got no plans or intentions of moving anytime soon. One, because we've got no need to, and 2, because what hair I've got left I was pulling out.
It wasn't that bad.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
But anyway, before we get involved in that conversation, we're going to sign off for now and hopefully bring you more content in the not too distant future. If you're not already, please subscribe. It helps the channel. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't liked the video, tell us why in the comments below. But until next time, we'll see you later.
Bye.